Let's check out some pickups from this week's new comic book day. First up, my personal pick of the week, Batman Beyond the White Knight number 8, which is the final issue in this series. And I, of course, picked up the spoiler variant because I had no idea what it was. I actually picked this up from Midtown Online. Now, this was a great way to wrap up this story. I love the AI Jack. I love the stuff between Terry and Powers and Bruce and Terry. I absolutely love this story. It was such a great addition to the White Knight world. I'm excited to see the next story, which is Generation Joker, because what I think will happen is we'll get this Generation Joker and then move on to the Superman story. So obviously, a little spoiler here. But at the end of the book, we have a FBI agent who is Diana Prince, who I don't know if she's actually Wonder Woman in this story, in this world, but she comes up with another agent, Mr. Stewart, so John Stewart, the Green Lantern, and they talk about how they're worried about a alien invasion, and there's this kid in Kansas, and the last shot of this book is Superman flying up, and I'm very excited to see where Sean Murphy brings us, because I absolutely love these Beyond the White Knight story. I think it's been great since he started going in this world. I love the way he draws Batman. The Harley Quinn relationship is fantastic. And I love all of the side characters, the Bat family. It's so well written, and the art is so fantastic. Another book that came close to being pick of the week, Batman The Adventures Continue Season 3, number 2. And I absolutely love this Batmobile cover. This story starts off with Harley being bored. Ivy's left. She doesn't want to deal with the Joker. So she's really bored. So she hears about an old friend from college who's having a party, and she shows up on her. An old flame, if you will. This old flame ends up getting kidnapped. And it's up to Batman and Harley to find her. They deal with Two-Face, who they found has also dated her. And Bruce is also currently dating her as well. And it's actually funny to see Harley react to Harvey Two-Face talking about dating her in college, and also Bruce, because he has no idea that they dated, even though Bruce had feelings for her at that point. I think Harley is written so well in this book. The reactions of Bruce in here, of Batman in here. I love this. This season is acting a lot like the original animated series, where we're not building where each issue is not a consecutive story, but it's each issue is an individual story. I know we've only had 2 issues so far, but they've been separated. And I think that makes for a strong storyline, because this really does feel like the old animated series. I mean, it is Paul Dini writing this, who wrote and executive produced the original series. But I really, I'm sure that stuff will build towards the later issues, but I love how this is being written and being published right now. Definitely check this series out. The Adventures Continue has been great since they started it up. And this season 3, is no short of that. We have Batman Incorporated number 5, another solid issue. We have another entry into the Lazarus Planet with Dark Fate number 1. Some very interesting stories in here. One I will highlight is a Huntress and Killer Moth story. Very interested to see where that leads us. They tease something for later this year. And there's also a Cassandra Cain Batgirl, which is going to lead us into one of the stories that they announced in May, where she is trapped in the soul world, and it's up to I believe Constantine and one of the new characters they introduced here to save her. We have I Am Batman number 18. I absolutely love the I Am Batman story. I love Jace Fox. I love how he's in New York. I think Jace Fox is very well written. I love his Batman. He is such a fun, badass character. His sister is being like Robin, like his Robin, but they haven't settled on a code name yet, and they do make fun of that in here too. So very solid issue. Moving on to Marvel, we have Spider-Man Edge of the Spider-Verse number 5. This is another pickup of the week. I absolutely love this story. This deals with another dimension Peter Parker, who is hurt trying to save Uncle Ben and Aunt May. And then he gets the admiration from Flash. He gets the admiration at school, and he starts working at Oscorp. And he also helps the current world Spider figure. I absolutely love this story. I think this version of Peter Parker was written very, very well. It's nice to see as Peter Parker that wasn't bit by the spider, and how he still wants to be a hero. I think that talks a lot about his character, no matter what Peter Parker we're dealing with. Mary Jane Black Cat number 3. Honestly, I read the first issue. It was pretty good, and then I felt like the second and third issue were okay. This issue, like I said, was okay. I don't know if I'll continue picking it up, but we'll see. Maybe I'll pick up one more issue, and if it doesn't really do it for me, I might stop picking that one up. Book number 12. This story is bonkers. I think we're wrapping up on this series of Hulk. It's been kind of bonkers. Like, it's been kind of tough to follow. There are so many different, like, Bruce is inside the Hulk riding him, and there's been so many different characters that have come through and so many different versions of Hulk. It's been a somewhat fun read, but I've had to not read it all together. We have the Invincible Iron Man number 3. This is a solid story so far. So we're trying to figure out who is after Tony Stark and who's trying to kill him. We've seen his house blow up. We've seen a few other things, and I won't dive too much into spoilers here, but the second to last page of here is so freaky, and it is so cool. Like, the artwork in this is fantastic, so definitely check it out. Honestly, check out the first 3 issues of this, and let me know what you think. And lastly, 8 Billion Genies number 7. This is the second to last issue of this series. Honestly, I haven't had the time to read it because I haven't read the first 6 issues. I have them. They're in my to-read pile, but I haven't had the chance to sit down and really read this story. I have heard a lot of great things, but I just haven't been able to sit down and read them. I'm hopefully going to try to read them fairly soon, and I will definitely post a review of the 8 Billion Genies series at that point, once I check it out. Let me know what you thought of my pickups this week. Let me know what you picked up this week at New Comic Book Day. Thanks for watching.